My boyfriend, 25M, says stuff like, "What if my friends all FCK'd you?" I'm 20F and confused. So my boyfriend said he's okay if I want to start an OnlyFans even if it means showing my body to other guys online. He even said we could do it together if I wanted. I know OnlyFans is easy money and all, but honestly, I don't think I'd be comfortable posting sexual stuff like that. I'm not judging anyone who does it, but it's just not me. What's been bothering me is how okay he is with it. Like, no hesitation. During the conversation, he even said, "Girls are the main attraction anyway," like it was no big deal. That just stuck with me, like, does he not care that it's my body being seen that way? It makes me wonder if he really sees me as his girlfriend or just someone to sexualize and post online. I thought if you love someone, you'd want to protect that part of them, not share it. He doesn't pressure me to do it or anything, but sometimes during sex he says really weird stuff like, "If I gave you permission to FCK one of my friends, who would you choose? What if another guy wanted to FCK you? What if all my friends FCK'd you? Look, I do enjoy dirty talk, but what the fuck is this?" It doesn't feel like real intimacy. It feels like I'm part of some weird porn plot in his head. It sounds like he's narrating a gangbang fantasy. Honestly, it's a turn off. And it's not just in bed. There was this one time we were eating hot pot, and there was boiling soup in front of us. In front of his friend, he randomly asked me, "Would you drink it if it was my boiling cum?" His friend literally said, "What the fuck is that question?" out loud. Like, I'm sorry, but that was so embarrassing and disgusting to hear, especially in public. There have been other moments like this too, but this one was by far the most embarrassing for me. I even asked him once if he had ever shown our intimate videos to anyone before. Just because he seems so okay with the idea of me showing my body to others. Luckily, he said no, but the fact that I even had to ask really says a lot. He says it's just jokes or questions, but it really throws me off and makes me feel kind of weird. Edit. I was the one who brought up OnlyFans first. I asked him if he had ever subscribed to any creators. He said just 2 and claimed it was out of curiosity. Then he asked me if I wanted to start one, and I said no, I was just asking. He responded, "You don't want to earn millions." That's how it started, and it threw me off when he said about earning millions just by OnlyFans. To be honest, I actually believed him at first. I thought OnlyFans really could make millions. But even then, I still didn't want to do OnlyFans. After reading all her comments, I realized that's not how it works for most people. So now I'm just even more weirded out by how quickly he suggested it and the fact that he is okay showing my body online to other men. Also, I'm sorry I haven't replied to everyone. I've been feeling super overwhelmed, especially after we argued. His last message to me was, "I need time to calm down," and I haven't replied since. I wanted to go to his house to make sure the intimate videos of us got deleted, but he doesn't want to meet me, so I'm just waiting for him to text me first after everything. What else to do? Get those videos destroyed. The second you get into a fight, they will 100% be all over the internet. So many red flags. Run, don't walk. The guy is setting a path to pimping you out. It will only get worse. Get out as fast as you can before he has you doing something you can't come back from. Ma'am, this man doesn't respect you one bit and you're willing to stay? And be confused? Leave him PLS. Whoa, do not make any more sexy videos with him or give him access to sexy photos. I would break up. He seems likely to share them to friends or try to make money posting online. He clearly has a fetish. These are not just jokes. Remember that anytime anyone asks a question, it's because they are thinking of that topic. What does it say about him that these are the things he's asking and not questions that are not sexualizing you? It's super gross and fetishizing, and he doesn't seem to care that you're not into the hot wife sharing thing. Then it will be, "If you love me, you'll have sex with my friend for me." And that's how girls and women end up in sex trafficking. You think you're proving your love and devotion, and he's collecting money while viewing you as an object. I 38M found out my wife 36F has a secret credit card that we've been paying for. We've been married for 8 years now and share all finances. Wife has been a stay-at-home mom for 7 years now, and it's fine with me. We decided this was the best decision for our family at the time. I usually let her handle 100% of the financial aspect of our marriage. My pay is automatically deposited into our joint account, and after that she budgets everything out. A few weeks ago I wanted to buy a newer truck to replace my current one. I've always been against financing things, especially ones that depreciate. I found a decent truck for $22K not far from us. I had a great month at work, so I felt as if I deserved this. I discussed it with my wife, and she gave the okay to purchase the truck. The next morning she tells me we have to wait a few weeks because some bills had come up that she wasn't expecting. I asked her what bills were we not expecting. She said we had to pay for summer camp and some housework. I've known this woman for 12 years now and I can tell when she's lying by her body language. I decided not to call her out or get into an argument until I did some research into our finances myself. What I found was a $2,000 payment going to Amex out of our savings account every month. This had been going on for 18 months now. I've never had a credit card my entire life. My wife didn't have a credit card to my knowledge. I went in her wallet and found the actual card and took a picture of it. What I can't figure out is what she's spending all of this money on. Because all the bills, groceries and other expenses are going out of our joint account. Even her shopping goes out of our main account. Basically now I'm trying to figure out on how to confront her about this. Yes, I know it was stupid of me not to check our financial statements regularly. I've never said no to any of her spending in the past. I'm not sure why she would need a reason to have a separate credit card. The more I think about it, the more I feel the betrayal. It sort of hurts knowing she felt like she had to hide whatever she's spending this money on. I'm just lost on what to do now. That's a large payment. Is there a big balance or this is spending each month? I'd want to see the statements if this was my spouse because it's a lot of money. Just rip the band-aid off and talk about it. Hey, so, I just found out about a credit card you have that I had no idea existed. $2,000 every month being put on it. Obviously this is alarming to me. Spill the beans, what's up with that? I want to see what's going on there. This is your wife of 8 years. No need to tiptoe around it. Are you sure the bills and groceries are going out of the joint regularly? Amex gives 3% 6% back on groceries and gas depending on the card. I put everything on mine and then just pay it out of my bank account once a month without carrying a balance. Better for the cash back and more consumer protections. Confront her and update us. $2,000 per month exactly indicates the card balance is much higher than that, obviously. No one thinking this could be fake? Doesn't own any credit card or finance anything but says they own a home. How did they even get a loan if they don't have a credit history? How would she even get any card without any income history? Also, how in the hell would he not notice $2,000 going out every month for 18 months as well? Yay, they say they don't check up on it, but come on, as the one who is the sole earner in the family, that's crazy not to have any clue. Do you think I, 30F, should be worried over a joke my boyfriend, 25M, had made? Update 3. He is now asking for me to give every single thing back that he has given to me over the 5 months as a gift. He gifted me an iPad, some jewelry and a few other things. What should I do? Update 2. I've just broken up with him. Thank you for all of your advice and concern. Without it I don't believe I would have recognized the true severity of the things that have been done and said and the danger I was in. Update. I have just spoken with him over the phone and expressed that I am still disturbed over what was said. He was very calm and sincere in apologizing. He said it was never his intent to hurt me with what was said. Now he knows such jokes hurt me, it'll never happen again. He also started expressing how someone who had true intent to do such things would never joke about such things. They would plot and move in silence. Do I still need a woman running light skin tone? My boyfriend and I had a date night at a restaurant. The evening was wonderful. After we finished our meal and a few drinks we returned to our hotel room. We were both pretty tipsy. After an hour or so of intimacy, he pulled me closer to him, looked at me calmly in the eyes and told me, if I were to kill you now and return to my apartment, who would know about it? I was silent for a while, partly in shock and partly trying to process what the fuck just came out of his mouth. I looked at him disgusted and said, I don't find that funny at all. Why would you say that? That's fucked up. He then responded with, if I did, then at least Tanya, my friend who he feels has too much input into our relationship, will not be able to fuck with your mind anymore about me. I then got really quiet and started pushing him away. He started to see how serious I was taking what he said and then he started to backpedal. Saying how it was just a joke and how I could believe that someone who loves me so much and can't live or survive without me would even have the capability of such a thing. Still freaked out by the words that left his lips, I asked him why such a thought is even coming into his mind. He had no real answer and just kept backpedaling and trying to be super affectionate and cuddly to divert my mind. I stayed the night with him and returned home the next morning. I didn't mention anything else to him about it. Just some further details about his character in this relationship of 5 months now. I have never felt a love from someone so incredibly deep. I feel there is nothing this man wouldn't do for me. He has never shouted at me, has never shown any signs of aggression, or lost his patience with me. He is so incredibly soft and gentle with me. He is incredibly romantic, thoughtful and considerate on a daily basis. This was the first time he had ever made a joke of this sort. I know he has a lot of insecurity about losing me. He has an insecure, needy and possessive side that has become apparent to me on a few occasions. For example, 2 weeks ago I was out for Tanya's 30th with girlfriends and he ended up showing up to the same club, pretending it was a pure coincidence. I never told him where we were going exactly. I did tell him the area we were initially eating in, but not the specific club that we went on to go to. Anyway, Tanya ripped into him that night, and since then he has expressed a disliking towards her, saying how easily influenced I am by her. He needs a lot of reassurance from me about my feelings for him. Do you think I should be concerned? Sounds like Tanya sees this guy for what he really is when you can't. Don't ignore your gut instinct about this joke he made. He's following you when you go out without him. He's trying to interfere in your friendships. This is not healthy and it won't end well. Yeah, no. He's showing you who he is. Please don't ignore it. IDK if he's a murderer per se, but who says that? And the fact that he still went with it after you were like WTF says a lot. And then there's him following to the club. He doesn't like you being with friends, especially Tanya, because she tells it how it is. He is love bombing you, but he's also letting you see the cracks in his mask. What a creep. This is the kind of man who murders a woman when she tries to end the relationship, on the premise that, if I can't have her, nobody is going to have her. You need to get out quickly before it's too late. Take a friend or family member, preferably male, with you when you tell him the relationship is no longer working for you, so you need to end it. Stay strong, and stay safe. If he showed up to that club alone, not with his friends, I'd be very, very concerned. I can be a bit on the paranoid, possessive side, but that's on me to deal with and to work on. I won't track my girlfriend or show up uninvited if my girlfriend is having fun with her friend. That joke is definitely a red flag to me, but to each their own. You must be colorblind. Those are red flags you are seeing. Love bombing, inappropriate jokes, possessiveness, wanting to distance you from friends, especially ones who see through his act, emotional dependency and clinginess, stalking behavior. I have a feeling you could add more. Protect yourself and let him go. Find a man you can share your life with as equals, not as an emotional support possession. I've broken up with guys for way less than that. Huge red flag. We got married, now she is a social media influencer. 27, M 25, F. I, 27, M, and my wife, 25, F, have been married for 2 years. I want to start off by saying I love her so much, and we have been together for a total of 6 years, 4 dating plus 2 married. Something changed after about 1 year of marriage. She began posting on social media multiple times a day and is slowly growing a following and making a tad bit of money. I am super happy that she has found something she enjoys and is passionate about. But now this is where things get iffy. I myself personally hate social media. Yes, I will scroll, but I have zero desire to create TikTok, Instagram content. I used to post a tiny bit sharing with friends and family, but was always on private. I have since not posted in years as the pictures, videos, and TikToks became daily and multiple times a day from her, and have zero interest in posting to share with friends and family. Now this is where things get mucky. I get told that I do not support her because I have no desire to be in videos and pictures for the public. It's just not my thing. Call me crazy man shrugging light skin tone. As well as get sent videos of couples creating content together and get told, why can't you be like that? I have sat through countless photo and video sessions, and all I ask is that I support from a distance and am respected with my desires. Because my view is, hey, I know you support me in my corporate career, but I do not expect you to sit there and help do my job and participate. I feel like that is a pretty fair view, right? It also makes me frustrated and sad when anything we go try to do together turns into a TikTok or photo shoot. For example, we went to a football game where the first 1 hour 30 minutes of it was just taking photos and videos of her. And then when things finally winded down, I just sat there alone while she was editing. Completely unengaged from our date. I have tried to do compromising of hey, let's spend part taking your content and then the second part can just be us enjoying each other's company and experiencing life through our eyes and not a camera. There is very little movement there and it's always I don't support. We have a trip planned for a road trip this fall along the East Coast and she brought up talking about a compromise, where I said that either certain days or times of day I would be the camera video guy, but then other days, times we could just enjoy time together. I was told that wouldn't work for her. I then asked what a compromising scenario would be and she told me she had none. I feel like she is not open to meeting somewhere in the middle and it's either me or influencer at this point. Can someone teleport me back to the 90s please? Edit. Thanks for the all insightful messages and suggestions, it's very helpful. My goal was to at least get something out there where people could leave advice and observations because I know I am not the only one going through this. She does have a job that she works but is actively seeking to pursue the influencer thing full-time, which would only x3 the amount of time it takes up. Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere near someone who is social media addicted. It's not a job, it's an addiction. It's intruding on your life and time. I think based on everything you wrote and given your ages, you will soon find out you were right about the whole She is not open to meeting somewhere in the middle, and it's either me or influencer at this point. You either have a long and serious conversation about where you see this going if things aren't met on the same page between you two, or you just call things off now as is and save yourself the trouble down the line. She told you loud and clear that she will not compromise. She's given you the ultimatum. Either learn to live with both her lifestyle and her expression of disappointment that you're not supportive, or there's the door. Is this the life you're going to be happy living? If not, it's probably time to escalate your concerns to possible end of the relationship scenarios. If she's unwilling to entertain change to save your marriage, then I think you know the order of her priorities. An influencer's destiny is to go to Dubai. Look up what happens there. My wife has a social media account that is starting to move the needle a little bit. She's getting pretty good at it. The other evening, she made a post on this account that featured content driven by me. This was not done with my consent, and we hadn't discussed it beforehand. When I told her I was upset about this, specifically because I was not asked and the content was not something I wanted to share, she apologized and took down the content. We had a 5-minute conversation outlining my expectations going forward. That was that. That's what adults do. I'm happy to support her hobby and encourage her, as long as she doesn't make it an thing or use stuff I do without my consent. She understood. That's the goal, for me, when we have separate pursuits. Run, my dude. She is gone.